This year marks the 100th anniversary of 4-H in North Carolina. And what better way to celebrate this landmark anniversary than to visit the Cumberland County Fair September 10th through the 20th and see how today's 4-H members are contributing to their communities. George Autry has been the Cumberland County Extension Director for 24 years. He is retiring at the end of September after working for Cooperative Extension for 33 years, 31 of those years in Cumberland County. During that time, Mr. Autry has gained firsthand experience working with 4-H and other agricultural aspects of our county fair.
In Cumberland County, the 4-H program began like all of them did with boys and girls clubs, and they were boys corn growing clubs and girls canning clubs. And from the records, Cumberland County's girls canning clubs began in 1913. And then 4-H actually began in 1909 in North Carolina in Hertford County with those first boys corn clubs and girls tomato canning clubs. Well, in Cumberland County, we have about 1,300 youth participating with about 130 volunteers. Now is more than canning tomatoes and corn growing. There's a lot of different we have over 100 different projects. They range from the traditional showing livestock and growing crops to computers, space exploration. So 4-H is about, like it's always been about, life skill development and leadership development. You know, the traditional attitude about 4-H has always been that it's rural, and they used to have an old saying that it was more than cows and cooking. Well, those are still important, but what I've seen in the 33 years I've been in Extension, how it's shifted into a lot of urban and suburban kids. So we still have the traditional stuff, but they've expanded into more opportunities. Ms. Gainey, Elizabeth Gainey, was the first home demonstration agent in Cumberland County, began in 1914. I still have her records here, and I went back through her records several years ago, and there's mention to her of a community fair in Godwin in 1916. So there've been fairs that have been going for a long time. Probably into the 1800s, but that's the earliest recollection I've got of the records where Extension has worked with a fair in Cumberland County. Well, when fairs began, it was a way to show off what you had done, your agricultural pursuits, and who had the best crops and the best livestock, and we still do that. But I think because of the way things have gone and only less than 2% of the population do the farming now, I think it's more about education and awareness for the general public to be able to see some of these things, because most people are probably at least 2 generations removed from the farm now. So you get a lot of people that want their kids to see the animals, they want to see the crafts, they want to see the crops and the livestock and the poultry. We'll have the traditional things where people bring in crops and horticulture, cut flowers, cakes and pies, art, clothing, crafts, and then one of the big parts of the fair, and it's gotten bigger in recent years, is the youth livestock shows. We'll have a junior lamb show, goat show, heifer show, steer, feeder calf, and hog show, and those have gotten bigger. Last year, the meat goat show, we had over 80 kids show. And what we have is a sandhill show circuit that encompasses several counties in this area. And these kids participate in these shows and earn points for their showmanship, not how good their animal is, but how they present that animal and handle themselves. And then at the end of the year, they have a banquet and they're awarded prizes for how they finish. Now, we want to make sure we invite everybody out to the fair. It's September 10th through the 20th. And there'll be a lot of agriculture and community displays and those type of things, along with the traditional things that go with a fair. So we want to welcome everybody and hope to see you out here.